Good morning and welcome to day 26 of Ralston's big adventure. Alright, so like I said last night, the plan today is to go 17 miles into Erwin. It's all downhill from here, which is super nice. I feel like all we do is climb, so it'll be nice to have a day of just going down. But it's also crystal clear this morning. I mean, the sun is like barely peeking through over there. There's not a single cloud in the sky. So I think it's shaping up to be a pretty good day.
Good, man, you're good. He's running the sunside the whole day.
Oh, I know.
Yes.
All right, so it is 7:39 in the morning. We got John, Mercury. We are headed to Erwin. It is a beautiful morning. The sun coming through the trees. Yeah, looking forward to just a really good day on trail. All right, so I want to tell you guys a story about this guy that I met the other day. He's going by like Viking Chef, I think. It's like a combination of both names he's been called. This is just how wild, you know, he would call it the universe. I would call it probably just divine intervention. But this is just some of like the wild stories you hear out here. So, Viking Chef, for 20 years, worked in government. He worked on political campaigns. He worked in congressional offices. He worked in DC. Worked all over the place. Well, finally, he like came to this like, you know, kind of realization that he hated it, and that like he didn't have any friends. He didn't really like anybody, you know, that he was working with. I mean, I've worked in government before, and it's, well, I say government, I've worked on political campaigns before, and they are just, I'll put it this way, they're not for everybody, for sure. And it's very easy to get sucked in to like groupthink once you're in that environment. So anyway, he just realized like, this is sucking my soul. So what he decided to do was, and this was his words, he said, I decided to let the universe decide for me what I would do. And I was like thinking to myself, okay, like this is just God's faithfulness at work in all people, regardless of what they believe, or who they are. So like a month later, he had a buddy of his that was like, hey, you want to come live in China with me and learn like karate or taekwondo or whatever it was. And so he like up and moved to China, and I've been living and working in China for a couple of years, and just like all of a sudden then just decided, you know what, I want to be a Triple Crown thru hiker. So this year was his first hike. Next year I think he's planning on doing the PCT, and the year after that he's going to do the CDT. But it's just crazy how life works, and how like things happen, and how it changes and moves. But you know, I think the key takeaway was just, you know, kind of taking that leap of faith of, you know what, like this isn't for me, and then just trying something else. I think, you know, even though I don't think he's a Christian, I don't think God's faithfulness was apart from him. I think God's faithfulness works, is given to everybody. And so, no, I'm not saying to like test this out or anything, but like, I just think that you know, sometimes your faithfulness to just, you know, try to do the things you always wanted to do, I think that pays off, you know? So yeah, just, it's scary, it's risky, but in the end, it might be worth it. All right, made it to the gap. And there are my friends, the Yellenbees. All right, so I just caught up with Millie, Michael, and Mitchell. Again, they're friends from Blairsville. Really awesome people. Known them my whole life. They had a bunch of trail magic for all of my other fellow thru hikers. So yeah, it was just really cool to see them, and they were just really excited to kind of be a part of the whole trail experience. And yeah, that was really, really cool. So thank you to Millie and Michael and Mitchell. OMB, really appreciate the love and support that you're not only showing me, but the thru hiker community. Really appreciate that. But now I'm headed off into the woods to dig my first cat hole. Well, that was a terrible experience. There's like an art to pooping in the woods, and I just don't have it. I mean, I'll do it, but yeah, that just not good. Not good. All right, it is 11:22 with, resupplying with OMBs and just the disaster that was pooping in the woods to filtering water. It took forever. So, getting a later start. And this is a pretty big climb. I think this is the last climb of the day though. But let me just tell you something about resupplying. It is both the greatest feeling and the most awful feeling in the world. Why, you ask? Great. I'll tell you. So, why it's the greatest is because you have food to eat. Like out here, you get so hungry and your food bag gets so depleted that you just kind of like, well, I got a ration till the next town. So it's always great when that's full because you won't starve. The problem though is that your backpack becomes so much heavier, especially when you have to climb. So yeah, I have both a love and hate relationship with resupplying. Okay, that's all. All right, so I've been doing a ton of thinking over the last however many miles, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put this feeler out here. So I have loved the support that I've been getting from just friends from literally all over. I've got friends in Australia watching. Thanks to the Jones family for supporting me all the way from Perth. Love you guys a ton, and just appreciate you following along. But yeah, like I said, and then I've got family in England watching, so yeah, I just, very appreciative of everybody who's supporting me in this whole journey. But one of the things that I've really been thinking is and this is no knock or anything to my hometown, but I don't know why this, I'm hiking the trail, so that's why it came to mind, but man, it'd be so cool. We are literally the first stop. Blairsville is literally the first stop on the trail. I guess you could count Suches, but Union County for sure is the first stop on the trail. And so I'm just what? That's a huge part of our community, I think. Having the trail so close. Thousands of people from around the world come to our small town every year to hike the Appalachian Trail, either in sections or on a day hike or a through hike. So yeah, I just think it'd be really cool for our community to really capitalize on that and just show really the world the kindness and the love that we have for other people. But also just to have fun and using the Appalachian Trail to have to just bring a little joy to the world, so, my creativity wheels are already spinning, but it'd be cool to have some sort of Appalachian Trail Day, in my hometown or something. But anyway, just putting that out there in the universe, and we'll see what comes of it. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie. It has been a pretty miserable afternoon. I just checked the temperature outside. It is 93 degrees right now at 4 o'clock in the afternoon coming down this mountain. So I am toasted. But I'm about 1.7 miles from town. I can see it through the trees a little bit. I'm telling you, I cannot wait for a cold Coke. That is like what I'm craving so bad right now. But I will say, whoever made this trail, thank you for putting in all the switchbacks. Going down to Erwin has been very gradual, very nice. Yeah, thanks for the switchbacks. Whoever maintains or built this part of the trail, kudos to you. There it is. Town. Just ready for some air conditioning. There's the river, but problem is, hold on, let me kind of get over here. I've got to go up all that tomorrow. So, yeah. Whew, I'm wiped out. Okay, so here's the deal. I see this cooler as I'm coming in. Have no idea what it says on top. Get down to it, and it's Bibles. Like, there may be something else in it, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's just Bibles. Yeah, it's just Bibles. And I'm going to have to say, and I hate this, but I have never been so disappointed to see a Bible in my life. Like, oh, that sounds so sacrilegious, and I really hope I don't go to hell for that one. But man, a Coke would have been so nice. Okay, I mean, I understand, like, why. Like, I understand the idea of putting Bibles beside the trail. Like, I get the thought process, but I just think about, like, the reception, and I don't know if that, just don't know if that's really the right place to put Bibles, especially in a cooler. I mean, I could be wrong, but it just seems like there could be a better spot for free Bibles than on a hot day in May on the side of a trail after people have hiked for 15 miles. I don't know. Just my thoughts. I mean, people can do whatever they want to do, but probably don't put Bibles there. Just my opinion. Man, I cannot get enough of this view. This is gorgeous, this river running through these mountains like this. Yeah, this is something. So my friend Cassie just picked me up, and we met her husband, Talis, at this Yeehaw Brewery place in Johnson City. I've just eaten a Big Mac, 10-count chicken nuggets, large fry, and a Coke. But yeah, this is the hiker hunger for you. Alright, so it's end of day 26 of Ralston's Big Adventure. Like I said, I'm staying with my friends Talis and Cassie, and their son Graham. Went to high school with Cassie. But I'm just, again, blown away by, like, the hospitality and kindness of my friends. Not to say that, like, I didn't think they were like that, because I always knew that my friends were great, but it's just been really cool, again, to just yeah, to have the help and support of people that I grew up with, and it was just really, really cool of them to come pick me up and take me to their house, and just show incredible hospitality. So very, very appreciative of them. But tomorrow, I think it's supposed to rain all day, and then it's going to be a big climb. So, but there's this saying out there, embrace the suck. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to embrace the suck and do our climb and, keep going. Again, no pain, no rain, no main. So, tomorrow we're just going to get up and get after it and get through it. But really good day, really good catching up with Cassie and Talis, and very, very appreciative of them. Hold your friends close and hold your friends tight, because, friends are, good friends are a dime a dozen, and they're amazing. So, hold your friends close. Hey y'all, it's Ralston here, hiking the AT. I'm hiking the AT for several reasons, but one big one is to support the Isaiah 117 house in Blairsville, Georgia. This organization is dedicated to, helping foster kids at the moment they're taken out of the home and some of the most traumatic parts of their lives. That's where they seek to intervene. And so they seek to provide a house with food, clothing, foster parents, almost pretty much immediately after they're taken out of the home. So it's a really, really great organization that's dedicated to bettering the lives of children. And I just could not be more appreciative and more excited to support them and of all the work they're doing. So if you'd like to help out and donate, you can visit the link below, and it'll take you to the donation page. But please consider giving a gift to help support Isaiah 117. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, Maverick out.